I'm Keith Hayes. This is Mirador Television. I'm in the Black Horse in Lewes. That's the pub. Didn't you guess from the name? Lurking in Arundel is Phil Meredith. And lurking even further afield in Uckfield is Susie. And they will be joining you at approximately 8:15. I've got a clear run up until then. Dispensation. And it's a lovely day out there at the moment. It's going to reach 11 degrees. Although the Chief of Staff, Declan, was in here very early this morning, we both agreed it was bloody cold outside first thing. And indeed, it started off at 3 degrees. Tomorrow, it starts off at 8 degrees. Oh, but then it plunges again on Friday and Saturday, starting out at 3 degrees and 3 degrees respectively. But it will reach 13 degrees as a high. So a fair old range of temperatures. No rain in sight, I don't think. No, the worst time for rain is at noon today, where we stand a 7% chance. This evening is a bit different. 27% chance at 5 o'clock. Oh well, not too bad. Enjoy it while you can. And I think I shall start off by reminding you about the pub quiz. Enormously successful on Sunday. It's now another month before you get another one. The second Sunday in the month, so the second Sunday in May. Darling buds of May. And in between time, you can enjoy the Sunday lunch at the Black Horse, because it is a bloody good lunch, believe me. Very enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable. So there you are. That's the head of the news headlines, because they're bound to be depressing, aren't they? Right, okay, let's take a look. Let's go to the top. Right, the Metro. Strict Heads prayer time win. A number of Wednesday's papers lead with the news that a Muslim pupil has lost a High Court challenge brought against her school, North London's Michaela Community School, over a ban on prayer rituals. The Metro says the girl claims the ban was discriminatory, but that the school, known as Britain's strictest, argued that allowing prayer risked undermining inclusion. What a bunch of... And it's the headline. The Daily Mail. Victory for the bravest head teacher in Britain. The head teacher at the school, Catherine Burble Singh, is dubbed Britain's bravest on the front page of the Daily Mail. The paper says Miss Burble Singh responded to the ruling by hitting out at bullying identity politics and describing the outcome as a victory for all schools. Victory for common sense, if you ask me. The Daily Express on the banner. Let's go straight to the headline because it's the same one. Victory for all schools as the prayer ritual ban is backed. The Express reports that the judge in the case ruled that the ban was not discriminatory and was proportionate. The paper also quotes Esther McVeigh, known unofficially as the government's Minister for Common Sense, saying, "Hallelujah! From time to time, we all struggle to understand decisions made in the courts. Thankfully, this one is a victory for common sense, which will allow Michaela to continue doing what it does better than anyone else." Strictest school in Britain. Strictest school in Britain. The Mirror. The Cig-free generation. A planned ban on smoking for those born in 2009 or later leads a number of the papers. The Daily Mirror says the measure will bring about the first Sikh-free generation and quotes the British Heart Foundation saying it will protect future generations from the devastating consequences of smoking. The Guardian. Tory divisions exposed as Sunak's smoking ban moves a step closer. The Guardian says Tuesday's parliamentary vote on the ban, in which MPs backed it by 383 votes to 67, has underlined the depth of division within the Conservative Party. It notes that among those opposing the measure were dozens of Tory MPs, including Business Secretary Kemi Badenoch, and says the vote delivered a blow to Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's authority. The Daily Telegraph. Leadership hopefuls defy Sunak over smoking ban. The Daily Telegraph says that when abstentions are included, a total of 165 Tory MPs, almost half the parliamentary party, declined to give the ban their backing. The paper says that the scale of the revolt will be seen by many as an indicator of dissatisfaction with Mr. Sunak's plans and the potential direction of the party under a future leader, though it adds that the Prime Minister sees the ban as a major part of his legacy. Well, how are we doing before we go to Arundel? Only 10 past. The Times. Police look at multiple allegations over Rayner. At least a dozen officers from Greater Manchester Police are examining several allegations related to whether Deputy Labour leader Angela Rayner submitted false information about her main residence to the electoral register. Miss Rayner was registered as living at a former council house until she sold the property in 2015, but appeared to have given her husband's address when she registered the birth of two of her children in 2010. Tax experts have suggested she may owe up to £3,500 in capital gains tax, although she may owe nothing at all. A source tells the Times that the investigation is very well resourced and not limited to a single issue. There is a volume of material and a clear public interest to fully investigate. Ms. Rayner denies any wrongdoing and has said she will step down if she is found to have broken the law. The Star. Totally sane former Prime Minister hits out at our leafy veg. Lettuce Liz, plucky lettuce, is part of evil London elite. The Daily Star says former Prime Minister Liz Truss has accused the lovable lettuce of being part of a London elite. Miss Truss has just published a book about her short-lived premiership, the final days of which famously saw the Star run a live feed of a lettuce to see if it could outlast her time in office. The Eye. Sunak gives Netanyahu a warning from world leaders. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has urged his Israeli counterpart, Benjamin Netanyahu, to keep a calm head following Saturday's attack by Iran, and warned that a significant retaliation would only deepen insecurity in the Middle East. The paper notes that Mr. Netanyahu was previously too busy to take Mr. Sunak's call. It adds that European and US leaders hope to convince him that a new package of sanctions will be more effective than military action in disrupting the Iranian regime. The Financial Times. Powell warns US inflation taking longer to hit the target. The Financial Times reports that Jay Powell, the chair of the US Federal Reserve, has warned that it is likely to take longer than expected for inflation to return to its 2% target. The paper says his comments have the effect of dampening expectations over the number and pace of interest rate cuts this year. The Sun. Kyle's a dad for the sixth time. And the Sun leads with the news that England and Manchester City footballer Kyle Walker has become a dad for the sixth time. The paper says it comes after Walker and wife Annie Kilner took time apart in January after it was revealed he had fathered a second child by model Lauren Goodman. A friend tells the paper that the couple are committed to working on their relationship. Well, there you are. There are the front pages of the newspapers. I'm now going to hand you over to the tender mercies of Philip Meredith and Susie, who are both lurking out of Lewes this morning. I'm the only one here. No, I'm not. The chief of staff is here. Declan is here, busying himself in preparing the pub to welcome guests at noon. But please, can you wait until 12:05? Because by the time he's actually got things sorted, ready to pour a pint, the time has gone. Okay, toodle pip.